Yes, good evening to the participant of the JCJ 2022 and 2023, whose examination is going to be held on 7th January 2023. Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen? Anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen? Participants. I said anyone can unmute and read what I posted on the screen.
Welcome to the aspirants of AP JCJ 2023 ST. When a case can be filed under Section 138 of Negotiable Instrument Act.
Could you read it out?
The check has been issued for the discharge of some liability.
Okay, now I'll read it because there are the factors are there. Here I am showing the cursor, and here the check has been returned by the bank because of the lack of funds in the account, number one. And here I am showing the cursor, and this is I am reading now. The check has been issued for the discharge of the some liability, and here directly here the circle I am showing the my cursor. The payee or the holder has given a written notice to the defaulter to pay within 30 days. And again I am showing the cursor here for the circle. The check has been presented within the period of its validity. And here the last one circle which I am showing here with the cursor is the defaulter fails to make the payment within 30 days of the notice. So these are the 5 ingredients should be there under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act of 1881. Host Professor Dr. Mohammed Saheb, Professor of Law, South Tanzania. Yeah, without wasting the time, let me go to our study, and we covered up to the 21 question in the last class, that is on the Saturday. And today that we are going to deal the 22nd question. Be ready. I already told you that I am going to ask this time as many cases as I can. Match the following part A with their title or name of the case law from part B in the following. So part A held in the case of the apex court held that even though the check stands dishonored, the drawer of the check is to be held guilty as a complaint under the section 138 is maintainable. And here number 2, it has observed by the Supreme Court India that the courts have been enjoined to interpret the law to eradicate ambiguity and to ensure that the legal proceedings have not been used as a device for harassment even of the apparent transgressor of the law. The third held is the 2 judges bench of the Supreme Court held that the offense under section 138 of the NI Act can be completed only with the concatenation of the number of the act. However, this ruling was overruled by the Supreme Court judgment in the Dashrath Roop Singh case. And the fourth one is where there are no circumstances that afforded any reasonable ground for believing that the payee was not entitled to receive the payment of the checks, the bank is deemed to have payment in due course. And when you see the part B is concerned, the title of the case law is Bhutoria Trading Company versus Allahabad Bank, and B, Bhaskaran versus Shankaran Vaidhyan Balan, and C, Dashrath Roop Singh Rathod versus State of Maharashtra, D, MMTC Limited and another versus it's a Merchant Chemical and Pharmacy Private Limited and another. So these are the 4 cases laws in the right hand side, that is the part B, and what is held the case law by the Court of Appeal, not Court of Appeal, Supreme Court or the Apex Court in the part A side is there. So now I don't think that you could see it, or I can drag it to the next page. I can drag it to the next page so that you could know it. Yeah, here it is there, everything. 1, 2, 3, 4 case laws are there. Now the option here I have given is Option A 1C 2B 3D 4A. Option B 1D 2C 3A 4B. Option C 1B 2C 3A 4D. Option D 1D 2C 3B 4A. Sir, it is a tough question, sir, because we don't know the what is held and what is there. I told you in my last class that I am going to ask you the cases, the latest or landmark cases in the Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. Anyway, you try your luck. Yes, anyone? Try your luck. Speak, even though it is wrong, doesn't matter. There's no negative marks.
Option C, sir.
So you want to say the option C. So option C means 1B, 2C, 3A, 4D. WRONG.
Yes, sir.
Option C is WRONG. Try the second option.
Option B, sir.
Read full. I said read full.
D C B D C A B, sir.
WRONG. Third option.
Option A, sir.
WRONG. Then the right answer is
Option D, sir.
1D, 2C, 3B, 4A. See here I have given. You just look at it. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, a bit difficult to answer these are because we cannot remember. At least we have to try to make it out. Any question may be asked in that way also. So now the 23rd question. Match the following part A with the title name of the case law from part B in the following. Part A, High Court of Andhra Pradesh that it is not a mandatory for the promissory note to be an. I will drag it to the another page so that you could know it totally. Yes. Now you could see that. Yeah, the promissory note to be an attestable document even if the signature of the attester are taken and after its execution it does not amount the material alteration, so it does not get quashed. So therefore, whether there was attestator or not at the time of the execution is immaterial, more so when it is execution is admitted. That is number one case law held. Number two, Apex Court that upon a notice under section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act being issued, a subsequent presentation of a check and its dishonor would not create another cause of action which could set the section 138 machinery in motion. Only four Bhaskaran concomitants were spelled out in this judgment instead of. Then the C, the Delhi High Court, in this case, the court drew a distinction between the traditional criminal cases and offences under section 138. The purpose of such a distinction was to be validated, that is very much within the laws to refer a case section 138 of the mediation. And the fourth one is the Gujarat High Court held that though the element of the mens rea is not important under the section 138, such an element must be presumed exist at the instance of the every case. This means that the question whether the mens rea should be considered or not while adjudicating varies from the case to case depending on their circumstances. And here the part B, the A case law is Premchand Vijay Kumar versus Yashpal Singh, and the B Chandrabolu, yes, Chandrabolu Bhaskara Rao case law, and C GK Exim India Limited versus State of Gujarat, and D Jayavanti versus Yogesh Kumar Hussain, Delhi High Court. So these are the four held and four case laws. And here I have given the option A 1B 2A 3D 4C, B 1C 2B 3D 4A, C 1B 2A 3D 4C, D 1C 2B 3D 4C. Just have a look again. You should not say have a look again. No, you should have a glance again. That is the appropriate word. So shoot, even though it is wrong, doesn't matter. Participants, are you there? Say yes. Shoot or say pass on. I will give the answer. Participants, are you there?
Pass on, sir.
Awesome, sir.
See, I told you, no, a difficult task it is. Unless until you go through some of the cases, then only you could come across. Otherwise, we cannot make it out. But anyway, we should not say we cannot make it out. We should say why we could not make it out. That's the question. So the right answer is C. 1B, 2A, 3D, 4C. That is the right answer for here. And here shown the feedback. High Court of Andhra Pradesh, Chandrabolu, Bhaskar Rao versus case. At least by using your common sense, you can make it out. The reason is the name of the case law shows the state of the country, state of the nation. Am I right? Suppose Chatterjee is there in the case law. It belongs to which state? Please say or say pass on. Chatterjee, Mukherjee is there.
Calcutta, sir.
It is
Calcutta.
West Bengal. Rao is there. Reddy is there. Preferably
Andhra Pradesh.
AP or Andhra Pradesh.
Andhra Pradesh.
So in that way also at least you can Yashpal Singh. Singhs are there in the Uttar Pradesh mostly. So in that way also you can easily make it out what are the right cases are there. So that is the elimination method that you could adapt it. Then when you eliminate it, only the 3 choices are there. In 3 again you try to eliminate it, only 2 choices are there. When the 2 you concentrate on 2, then only 1 choice will come out. Okay, 24th question. Match the following part A with the title name of the case law and part B in the following. That part A held in the case. Number 1, modern technology were opined to be adapted to enable the speedy disposal of the Section 138 cases. The court noted that. Number 2, a 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court held that even if a notice is issued to stop the payment of the money before the payee has deposited the check with this bank or with his bank, the act of crime is committed. And B, the court adjudicated upon a managing director liability under the Section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act of the 1881. It held that even though the managing director does not administer the day-to-day activities of the company, he she can still the held guilty irrespective of the fact that she was unaware of the affair. The 4th one is the Supreme Court has reiterated on the purpose of the revisional jurisdiction of the High Court. The court held that the High Court is not to interfere with any of the magistrate's order unless it seems to be completely unreasonable or there is no consideration of the relevant material. Also, the magistrate's order cannot be set aside on the mere ground of the no other view on the issue is possible. Then the cases in the part B is Jayalakshmi Nataraj versus Gina and Company, and Kishan Rao versus Shankar Gowda. C, Mrs. Meters and Instruments Private Limited versus and another versus Kanchan Mehta. Then the D, Modi Cement Limited versus Kuchil Kumar Nandi. So the options are here I have given 1. A, 1C, 2D, 3A, 4B, B, 1D, 2B, 3A, 4C, C, 1A, 2D, 3C, 4B, and D, of course I could not write total 1B, 2B, or 4C, or 4D. The right answer here is 1C, 2D, 3A, 4B. So this is the feedback. Just have a look. Modern Technologies case law, Meters and Instrument Private Limited versus another versus Kanchan Mehta. A 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court held that notice issued is a Modi Cement Limited versus Kuchil Kumar Nandi. And the court adjudicated upon the managing director liability is Jayalakshmi Nataraj versus Gina and Company. Then the Supreme Court has reiterated the scope of the original jurisdiction is concerned Kishan Rao versus Shankar Gowda. That is the case laws. Now let us see this whether you can make it out not. The court held that the aim is that the person who promises to pay abates by his promise. Section 139 provides that it shall be presumed that holder of a check received the check of the nature referred in the section 138 of the Negotiable Instrument Act for the discharge in whole, in part, or any debt or other liability was observed in the case of Dalmia Cement Limited versus Galaxy Traders and Agency Limited. 2. It was held that in the case where the check is presented for the encashment but has forged signature on it, the bank is free from the legal liability of making any sort of the payment against such a check. If the bank made any payment in favor of the check, such check, it would be considered or concluded that the bank has acted anti-law by debiting the consumer with the customer with the amounts of the check was decided in the case of the Canara Bank versus Canara Sales and Corporation others. And the B is there and 3 is there. In this case, the Honorable Supreme Court of India referred to the object of the Section 138 Negotiable Instrument Act. The court observed that when the act was enacted, Section 138 was incorporated with a specified object of making a special provision by incorporating a strict liability so far as the check has negotiable instrument was concerned, was decided in the case of SMT Asha Baldwa versus Ram Gopal. So options here I have given is A is 1 plus 2, B is 1 plus 3, and C is 2, and D is 3. The two options are wrong. Only one option is right.
Option C, sir.
Yes, it is option C is the right answer. C2. See, the court, I made it now. SMT Asha Baldev Ram Gopal, it's wrong. And Cement versus Galaxy, it's wrong. Only C is the right. So, 26th question. Okay, now cases are gone. Now we can make it out, at least shoot. Anyone can unmute and read? 26th question.
Dishonor of checks for dash of funds was made punishable with imprisonment for a term of 1 year or with fine, which may extend to twice the amount of the check as per section. Option A is insufficient, option B insufficient, option C insufficiency, option D inadequate.
Which is the appropriate word there in the blank?
Option B, sir.
Read full.
Option B insufficient.
WRONG. Shoot.
Option D inadequate.
WRONG.
Option A,
Option D,
insufficient.
sir.
Option A, insufficient. WRONG.
Option D, sir.
WRONG.
Option C insufficiency.
Insufficiency. The exact word is insufficiency of funds was made punishable. 26th question. Anyone can unmute and read 26th question? Other person. Quick.
When the day on which a promissory note or bill of exchange is that is a public holiday, the instrument shall be deemed to be due on the next proceeding business day.
Option A, end. Option B, completion. Option C, maturity. Option D, last date. See, generally, when a holidays will be declared over there, they will write in the newspaper, a public holiday is declared under the Negotiable Instrument Act of so-and-so section. I don't know whether you know the section or not. Which is the appropriate word in the ABCD? Shoot.
Option C, sir, maturity.
Yes, it is a maturity is the right word. See, when the bonds are there, a bond will be given the money after the maturity. Not end of the day, not completion of the day, not the last date. Maturity would be there. means the period would be completed. Suppose if the maturity would be there on the Sunday, and Sunday is the holiday, then the next working day. Suppose the Monday also holiday, the next working day means Tuesday. In any case, a bank cannot be closed more than 3 days. 28th question. Many times checks are issued bearing no date or post-dated checks. The holder of the check enters the date and thereafter checks are presented to banks. Honorable Bombay High Court in the case of Dash 2007-1 Maharashtra Law Journal 210 has observed that inserting such a date does not amount to tampering or alteration, but by the delivery of the such undated check, drawer authorizes the holder to insert the date. In which case law it is decided? A. Goa Plast Private Limited versus Sri Chico Ursula D'Souza. B. Nitin Chandu versus Mr. Swastik Vegetable Product Private Limited and another. C. Ashok Badwe versus Surendra Nigojkar. D. Purushottam Das Gandhi versus Manohar Deshmukh. Which is the appropriate case law? If you say option C, Ashok Badwe versus Surendra Nigojkar, then it is a WRONG, wrong answer. As I shoot.
Option D, Pushpam.
Purushottam Das Gandhi versus Manohar Deshmukh is the right answer for the question, where a undated check is given at the time of the presentation. You can put the date. It is not about to tampering. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anyone can unmute. Not the same person. I want to hear the different voice. 29th question. Why you are not coming forward? Sir, it is not visible. Okay, if you say it is not visible, I can magnify it. Is it visible now? I magnified. I enlarged. Read. R-E-A-D, read. Participants, are you sleeping?
In dash 2015 within the parenthesis 3 RCR within the parenthesis civil 872 within the parenthesis P and H, the Honorable High Court explained the kinds of checks that are discussed. A. Somanath versus Mukesh Kumar. B. Nitin Chadda versus Swastik Vegetable Products Private Limited and others. C. Krishna versus Dattaraya. D. Natabar Parinda versus State of Orissa.
There are several types of the kinds of checks are there, and several types of the kinds of checks are discussed in this case now. Shoot. The right answer is B. Nitin Chandra versus Mrs. Swastik Vegetable Product Private Limited and another. Variety of the checks are discussed in this case now. Now I will explain the next question. What are the variety or kinds of the checks? How many types of or kinds of the checks are there? Now, A. Open check. D. On par check. 3. Bearer check. 4. At par check. Options have given A. 1 plus 2. B. 2 plus 3. C. 1 plus 3 plus 4. D. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Voice is breaking.
Option B, sir.
Repeat. 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 Option C is the right answer. There is a 1, 3, 4. Open check is there, bearer check is there, at par check is there, but no on par check. Is it clear? Say yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, 31st question. Dash in dash, it was held by the Honorable Supreme Court that the presumption under Section 139 of the NI Act can be raised only when the complainant is able to show that he had requisite funds for advancing a loan to the accused. It is observed in the case of A. K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran, B. K. Prakashan versus P. K. Sundaran, C. Dashrath Roop Singh Rathod versus State of Maharashtra, D. K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran Vidya Balan. In which case law it is decided?
D, sir.
WRONG. Section
Option B, sir.
139.
D.
Voice is breaking. Monica, voice is breaking. The right answer is K.
Option B,
Prakashan versus P.K.
Sir, option D.
Surendran, B. B is the right answer. B is the right answer for the 31st question. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 32nd question. Which one is false statement among the four options? A. There are presumption under Section 118 to 139 of the Negotiable Instrument Act in favor of the holder of the check. B. Until the contrary is proved, the presumption in favor of the holder of the check that it has been drawn for the discharge of the debt or the liability. C. However, it is a rebuttable one and the accused can rebut it without entering into the witness box through cross-examination of the prosecution witnesses. And D. The complainant is not absolved from the liability to show the check was issued for legally enforceable debt or liability. I said, which one is false statement among the four options? Shoot.
C.
Suppose if I say yes, it is the right answer. Of course, I don't say it's the right answer. Please check closely. Presumptions. From which section to which section will be there? Yes? Actually, I made the mistake, it seems here. They say there are presumption under Section 118 to 113 of the 139 of the Negotiable Instrument Act, but actually in favor in the holder of the check, that is act in favor of the holder of the check. And when you say act in favor of the holder of the check, I forgotten to maintain there 138. Actually, I thought of changing 138. I want to make it out. And I forgotten again. So that's why all are correct. But when I mention 138, at the time A is wrong. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I thought of making confuse you. I thought of changing the other options. But I said, no, let me make it out. Obvious factor 138. Then I did not change here. But I made here right. 118 is right. So the wrong answer is presumption starts from 118 to 139 section. Is it clear? The others are very, very right. No change at all. Okay, 33 question. I think it's an easy question. I want to know that how far that you can make it out, this question. Yeah, here I made it. I'll bring this here so that you could know it. Yeah. Which MCQ, multiple choice question, is the right answer? 1. Pay yourself check. 2. Open check. 3. Local check. 4. Gift check. Option A, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Option B, 1 plus 3 plus 4. Option C, 2 plus 3 plus 4. Option D, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Yes? Did I make the correct answer or did I make the wrong answer? No. Yes, please correct it. Which option is the right option?
C 2 plus 3 plus 4.
Option C, sir.
See, bearer check can also be known as a open check. A bearer check is also known as a open check. Hence, the right answer is
Option B, sir.
answer D is the right answer. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Actually, I thought writing the bearer check. If I write the bearer check, everybody can make it out. There is no doubt at all. So, a bearer check also be known as a local check. You see the case light is given. And hence, the right answer is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is the right answer. So now next question, 34th question. Considering the ingredients of the section 138 referred above, the Honorable Apex Court in the case of the K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran, AR 1999, Supreme Court 3762 had given the jurisdiction to initiate the prosecution at any of the following places. Number 1, where a check is drawn. Number 2, where payment had to be made. Number 3, where a check is presented for payment. Number 4, where a check is honored and where notice is served up to the drawer. Now I made the option here. Option A, 1 plus 2 plus 3. Option B, 1 plus 3 plus 4. Option C, 2 plus 3 plus 4. Option D, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Anyone? Shoot.
3A 1 plus 2 plus 3.
Suppose if I say is the right answer. Can you show me the reason why 4 is wrong?
When check is honored, there is no issue, sir.
When check is honored, there is no issue at all. A simple point. Where there is a check is dishonored, then the issue start. Is it clear? So that is the reason that I want to see your IQ. So now next question is 35th question. When notice by registered post returned unclaimed, there is a presumption of service. Number 1, in which case slide is decided. Rahul versus Arihant Fertilizers. 2, K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran Vidyabalan. 3, MSR Lethos versus Panyappan and others. And 4, Rajendra versus State of Maharashtra. And he has given the options. A, 1 plus 2, B, 2 plus 3, C, 1 plus 3, D, 1 plus 4. Suppose a registered post is unclaimed. Presumption is it is served. And which case law decided that? Option is 1 plus 2. Rahul versus Arihant Fertilizers and K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran Vidyabalan. These are two cases where it is decided that if it is unserved or unclaimed, it is deemed that it is served. So these are two cases. Rahul versus Arihant Fertilizers and K. Bhaskaran versus Shankaran Vidyabalan are correct options. I don't know whether you know the actress Vidya Balan. Sir, we don't see the movies. Okay, 36th question. Honorable Supreme Court, in case of Dash, AR 1999, Supreme Court 1090 held that the period of 1 month is to be reckoned according to the British calendar as defined in the General Clause Act. Now, the date on which the cause of action arose must be excluded for this purpose. Option A, Harudas Gupta versus State of West Bengal. B, Joshi Kondodi versus Chaco Thomas. C. Dr. Primesh Verma versus Lakesh Sharma. C. Saket India Limited versus India Securities Limited. General Clause Act. The period of 1 month is to be reckoned according to the British calendar as defined in the General Clause Act, and the date on which the cause of action arose must be excluded for this purpose. That will be excluded, then they will count it for the law of limitation. It is observed in the case of Saket India Limited versus India Securities Limited. In that case, it is decided. I don't know whether you know it or not. A masculine include feminine in the General Clause Act. And also a singular include plural in the General Clause Act. So, 37th question. Presumption of due service. Somnath versus State of Punjab and another. There is the case law number. When a notice is sent through the registered post, presumption of due service can be raised in the following cases. Find the odd one out. Number 1, unclaimed. Number B, refused. Number C, not available in the house. Number D, house closed. Which is odd man out, which is not appropriate among the ABCD. Participants, are you sleeping?
Option D, sir. Option D, sir.
It is odd man out is house closed, no. House locked is the right word.
Option D, sir.
Yes. Option D is odd man out. Okay, 38th question. Presumption of due service. Somnath versus State of Punjab and another. 2008 within parenthesis 1 RCR within parenthesis criminal 273 P and percentage within parenthesis when notice is sent through the registered post, presumption of the due service can be raised in the following case. Find the odd man out. Number A, house locked. B, shop closed. C, addressee not in station. And D, shop locked.
Sir, D.
Option C, sir. Option C.
No, D.
If you say option C, WRONG.
D, sir, option D. Shop
If you
locked.
say option D, it is RIGHT. We say shop locked, no, shop closed. This is the appropriate answer. I fabricated it. It is I fabricated it, shop locked. That is the odd man out. Okay, 39th question. Negotiable instrument is a legal document, such as a check or a bill of exchange that is freely negotiable. Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 consists of dash chapters and dash sections. I think it's an easy question. Option A, 16-142. Option B, 17-142. Option C, 17 and 143. Option D, 16 and 143.
B, 17 and 142.
Answer is right, Sri Lakshmi. It is B, 17 and 142. And is equivalent. The symbol and. What is the Latin terminology? I already discussed. I already deliberated in my earlier classes. What is the Latin terminology for this and? The equivalent is and, English. Like I told you, plus is some terminology. Equivalent is addition. Minus, it is a equivalent is subtraction. Into, equivalent is multiplication. And the division, I told you on the day, I don't know whether you remember it or not. Division, obelus, O-B-E-L-U-S. But here it is, anyone, ampersand, PERSAND. That is the ampersand. That is the thing which you can make it out. Okay, now I will again show my screen. Yes, feedback. Negotiable instrument is a legal document such as a check or a bill of exchange that is freely negotiable. Negotiable Instrument Act 1881 consists of 17 chapters and 142 sections. Okay, now you tell me 40th question. Negotiable Instrument Act ID dash A 1881-23, B 1881-24, C 1881-25, D 1881-26.
Sir, A 1881-23.
WRONG. Shoot, second option. I said time is going to up. Still would you have on your hand 4 minutes? I say shoot. Sir, we are checking the
Option D,
smartphone.
sir.
We are checking the
Option D.
smartphone. If you make that
Option D.
answer, it give the sense to me that you are checking the smartphone or laptop to find the answer. Option D is the right answer. That is 1881 is the year and act number is 26. So that is the thing which I want to share to you. And another point which I want to make it out here is, let me check whether it is there or not, because I kept it open. The files. Yeah, here it is given. I don't know whether you could see it or not. NIQ, MCQ Act. See, Section 135. The law places the payment governs the dishonor 136 instrument made out of India, but in accordance with the law of India. Act ID is 1881-26, Act number is 26, and enactment date is 1881 12th December 09, and Act year is 1881, and short title is Negotiable Instrument Act 1881. So these are the details of the Act. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, now I would like to show you where it is gone. See, I opened, okay, no, I have to open again because it cannot be opened twice at a time. So it is not a desktop, it's not a thumbnail, it is a APS. Schedule is concerned. I would like to show the schedule, what I am going to do in the next class. Where is the schedule? Yeah, it is a schedule. It is open now. Oh, PDF is taking more time. It is buffering. I don't know why still it is buffering, because it's a PDF file, no? More time would be taken to open it. I would have to open in the Word format. The purpose of my showing the schedule is, tomorrow is, what is that as per the schedule? Oh, still it is buffering. As per the schedule, what is that tomorrow class? Sir, we did not see it, sir. Yes, it is now open. Tomorrow is 20th. So 20th and 21st is
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंधु गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभाशिष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा। जय हिंद।